man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, let's talk a little bit about some boxing. I ain't really no news today at all, so put a little video together. We're going to talk about the zone, having Demetrius Andrade, a title holder, fight on a non-title fight undercard or co-feature to Danny Jacobs and who Danny Jacobs could be fighting. First, we're going to talk about Jerry Forrest. He fought Carlos Takam. Remember, he was supposed to fight Big Baby Miller, but Miller popped hot again for PEDS. Now, this time, Jerry Forrest popped hot after losing to Carlos Takam. He's been suspended, or his suspension has been extended by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Let's talk about that first. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. So, pretty much, Top Rank made an all-PED offender fight. Jarrell Miller failed his PED test, and Jerry Forrest failed his post-fight PED test for Carlos Takam. That's the guy who stepped in for Big Baby Miller. Remember, Takam almost took AJ the distance right after he beat Vladimir Klitschko, and he should have took him the distance, but the referee saved AJ again. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's just getting disgusting. You know what I'm saying? That you got so many heavyweights and fighters these days is getting popped hot. All right. The article is in Boxing Scene if you want to exactly know what he got popped hot for. So, I mean, what else can you do? I mean, half the division popped hot. Alexander Povetkin, Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury, Dillian White. I mean, you can just keep going on and on. Jarrell Miller. And we talking about not no bottom feeders. We talking about the top 10 heavyweights consistently popping hot. It happens all the time. Tony Yoka, another guy who popped hot. Like the whole division, Eric Molina popped hot. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's only a handful of top heavyweights like AJ, Deontay Wilder, Dominic Breazeale, you know, and Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce and a few others that ain't popped hot. And don't forget, Joseph Parker actually missed a drug test for the WBC, and they kind of swept that under the rug and didn't make it a big deal. So, I mean, just suspect activity through the whole division. But, you know, I find it ironic that, you know, Jerry Forrest still popped hot, even though, you know, Jarrell Miller popped hot. Now, is these dudes just being misinformed, or are they, you know, taking stuff and just don't know the ramifications of what they taking? It's the $1 million question. Me personally, I just believe, you know, they taking it, or they could be getting it from a trainer and they thinking they won't get caught. You know, Billy Joe Saunders, his excuse was the nasal spray. You know, they did their research to make it seem like he wasn't guilty. But, you know, shame on Jerry Forrest. You know, and this dude ain't even no top 10, 15 heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? And you still got beat up by Carlos Takam. And Carlos Takam, he took the right route. He didn't test positive for nothing. He just came over and whooped your ass. And that's another, fighter that Top Rank affiliated with. So, I mean, like I said before, maybe Jarrell Miller definitely not the only heavyweight that's on that shit. You know what I'm saying? He just got posterized. He just became synonymous with PEDS because he got caught with so many different PEDS in the system at once. I mean, I don't think it was a surprise to anybody that he got caught, or he was on something. He got caught when he was kickboxing, and then also, you know, for somebody that walk around 300 pounds, throwing, you know, hundreds and hundreds of punches a fight it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then not getting tired, and then, you know, all that bodybuilding, all that shit he doing, he's still not generating no power. So PEDS, people think steroids and PEDS generate power. No, a lot of times it generate recovery. You know, it generates stamina. You know what I'm saying? And recovery is a big key when you're talking about, you know, athletes, when you training. The actual athletic competition isn't the hardest. It's the training that you do to prepare your body for the competition. And the knick-knack injuries, if you running on track, you running on cement, or you lifting or doing resistance bands, eventually you're going to start to have lingering injuries. And what those do is they help you with your injuries, to help you recover so you can come back and hit the weights just as strong. If you lifting all natural with no supplements or nothing, you just getting your supplements from your food, it's a totally different feeling than getting those supplements, because when you lifting without any help, you feel every pain. It's hard to wake up and do that thing, to lift and train every day. So, you know, it is what it is. I felt that was an interesting story. Jerry Forrest, that whole situation just popped hot. They could let him and Miller fight to the death, the PED Bowl, the heavyweight PED Bowl, man. But his suspension has been extended to October 3rd. I don't know if he have any excuse on, what he took or what it was that he took. You would think somebody that seen Miller get popped wouldn't take nothing, but maybe he didn't know. I mean, that might sound cliche-ish, if that's a word, but maybe a lot of these dudes don't know what they putting in their body, man. But I want to know everything I'm putting in my body. Now you got to watch foods. You got to watch the medicines that you taking or the supplements that you taking. And I'm telling you, it'll help. It'll help if somebody came out with a supplement line for clean athletes, not just boxers, for clean athletes. I know they had the collegiate line at one point at GNC where you take all these supplements that's collegiate approved. But I don't know if that's still a thing there. But apparently, the Zone is going to bring back Danny Jacobs, Demetrius, Andrade in November. Okay, they will have Andrade, apparently, according to Coppinger, fighting on Danny Jacobs' undercard, right? How can you ask a champion to fight on a non-champion or non-title undercard? It's beyond me. I think Danny Jacobs got a $4 million guarantee, and I also think Demetrius Andrade got a $4 million guarantee. Now, do I have any drop on who Andrade fighting? Last time I heard, Andrade could be fighting Willie Monroe. Okay, that's definitely a fight that we talked about before that nobody wants to see. Andrade is just in a bad position. Andrade should have made the right move and signed with Al. At least you would be getting money and you'd be getting notoriety. Andrade had the dope platform to begin with. Andrade built this platform up on ESPN Friday Night Lights, and he had casual fans interested in thinking he was going to be the next big thing in America. And by far, he had the opponents to become pound for pound. Erislandy Lara, the Charlo twins. I mean, he had everybody. I mean, he could have fought Korobov and became the WBO champion when Peter Quillin dropped it. Could have fought Quillin. I mean, Jamel, Razak. I mean, he had everybody. Golovkin, he had everybody. Trout. You know what I'm saying? He could have really became a legend at 54. But then again, he just had a reputation for pulling out, thinking that he deserved more money than he did. He never wanted to suffer so he can be able to run and front run. Right now, he should be enjoying a comfortable stake at the top of pound for pound, mountain. But bad business decisions. I don't know if it's his promoter or his father or whoever it is. They should have never signed with them. And when he kind of, he really not done dealing with those guys. He's still paying those dudes out his purse, them Italian guys. He should have signed with Al. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Second time around, he should have signed with Al. Even if you didn't get the fight you want, at least you'd be fighting where people can see you fight. You wouldn't be fighting on Danny Jacobs undercard after that pathetic performance that he had versus Canelo Alvarez. And that's where they make you fight under there. And then you could be fighting Willie Monroe Jr. That's just got the recipe to be a terrible fight. Two southpaws, two guys that's kind of sloppy. Demetrius Andrade should be fighting Billy Joe Saunders straight up and down. If Canelo ain't going to fight Billy Joe or Callum Smith, Demetrius Andrade should be fighting one of those two. And it's unfortunate. They actually was open. Golden Boy was open to do Andrade and Canelo, but the Zone wouldn't approve it because they wanted to do a UK fighter because they breaking ground on the Zone UK. So, it is what it is, but the drop is that he could be fighting Willie Monroe. That was a few months ago. Don't know what changed since that point, but, hopefully Willie Monroe get that payday. But a lot of people lost respect for Willie Monroe when Willie Monroe went Willie Monroe versus Billy Joe Saunders. He let his son punch him in the nuts, and then he went out and let Billy Joe Saunders punk him in the UK. What about Brandon Adams? Brandon Adams in the gym with Jamal Charlo right now. Brandon Adams with Andrade to be better than Willie Monroe. Okay, they ain't like Gabriel Rosado. How about Gabriel Rosado versus Demetrius Andrade? How Selucky fighting in Sweden somewhere. I think Andrade already beat him, so I'm not sure. I'm thinking like Rosado, Monroe, or Brandon Adams. You know what I'm saying? But Demetrius Andrade made his own bed in boxing, so you can't even feel sorry for kid. But apparently the Zone didn't approve Gabriel Rosado for Danny Jacobs. They had been building a fight up to fight each other, and pretty much the Zone said no. So I heard the name they throwing around is John Ryder for Danny Jacobs. So I don't really care for neither one of those fights. I think the Rosado fight was a little bit better because they did some talking. But either way, it's funny how the Zone is putting these white English fighters in the forefront, and they forcing these fighters to fight these English fighters like Americans give a fuck about these English fighters. So apparently they must be trying to do Danny Jacobs and John Ryder on the Zone UK as well as the Zone USA. But like I said before, when you sign to the Zone, you sign into some old white man. You should have seen where that company was going when they signed Eddie Hearn to really spearhead it, and then they signed Oscar De La Hoya, racist ass, as his co-boss or whatever. But You know, the zone is not a place for black people. I mean, I understand Danny Jacobs went over there chasing waterfalls. He found what he looking for in that waterfall, put them hands on him, feet, toes, elbows, and everything Canelo put on him. He got his payday, you know, but Demetrius Andrade made a wrong move. Devin Haney made a wrong move. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Check our boxing room playlist for more videos like this. We gone.